Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm super duper excited to be back and recording a video for you guys. How are you guys? I feel like it's been so long. Anyways, I want to get right into this before, because I have quite a bit to say and catch up on, but before we get started in the video, please like and subscribe. It helps me so much on here. It helps me this channel grow so that way I can provide more content either in English or in Español. Dime abajo en los comentarios, pero oh my goodness, it feels so good to be back in the groove of this. And I have a lot to share with you guys regarding the last video that I posted about healing myself naturally from topical steroid withdrawal. I actually found an even better remedy, a better way, or just condensing it. I kind of felt like that video was a lot. If you are someone who is struggling with topical steroid withdrawal or even eczema or any form of autoimmune skin condition, I highly recommend watching that video. I worked really hard on it. I even put English subtitles, so even though it's in Spanish, there are English subtitles so you can still watch it and understand it. But yeah, I wanted to get right into this video because there were a few things in that video that have updated in regard to that routine as far as products and some supplements that I am using and taking to continue to better my skin. So I wanted to update you guys on that and just give you guys a couple of life updates. My life has been changing so quickly these past few months. It feels like it's already been a year, but it's only been like 6 to 7 months. But I'm super duper excited to share all of these things with you guys, plus more things coming to this channel, which I cannot wait to share with you guys, but you gotta stick around until the very end. So let's get right into it. So some of the things that I incorporated alongside that video that I had just uploaded, some of the things that I've changed a little bit. It wasn't much, but along the list, I know the list could seem a little bit daunting, like how am I supposed to get all these products? How am I supposed to do all of these things? It can be very pricey, but something that I hold dear to myself is my health. I believe that if it's so easy to invest in the latest and greatest fashion or trends or gadgets, there's no excuse not to invest in your health. With that being said, some of the things that I added to the blend that I made, I had said in my other video that I would blend black seed oil, shea butter, and the Jock Itch all together on like a paper plate and mix it all up, and in the mornings I would put it all on, lather myself down. But there's some ingredients that I added to this blend. I actually just got an old Vaseline container and there was a little bit of Vaseline left, but I added shea butter, black seed oil, the Jock Itch that I was using, a THC cream that I am now using, adding into that as well. And let me get the other products I'm using. I added castor oil and jojoba oil because I read that they are very helpful in rejuvenating the skin, maintain moisture, and just basically reviving the skin. I'm gonna show you here. Let me go get the ones that I added. So to this blend, I added, okay, so I'm gonna give you the list one more time. So it's shea butter, black seed oil, Vaseline, batana oil, like I said in the last video, castor oil, jojoba oil, and I think that's it, and Jock Itch. So this is all a blend. I just mix it up, and it's so much easier this way. I didn't want to buy another container, so I just took an empty Vaseline container with extra Vaseline in it and started mixing all of it. It's portable. I could take it everywhere I go because your girl still needs to be moisturized at all times. But this is the castor oil that I started putting in the blend as well as the jojoba oil. I had already had these laying around because I'm not a product junkie like that, but I just had these around. These were for my hair initially, but then I started adding it to the blend of creams and the oils and butters that I've been using for my skin. So this has been amazing. And if you don't want to use the THC blend that I have, I'm not gonna bring it on here because it is sourced locally. But if you don't want to use those blends of CBD oils with THC or anything of that nature, I understand some people are still funny about that. Black seed oil definitely works as a natural steroid. It is like nature's steroid cream, but completely natural. And I wish I had found it when I was just struggling with my eczema. But on the subject of eczema, something I wanted to clarify that I wasn't so sure if I was clear about in my last video was that I probably very well would have grown out of my eczema had I not used the steroid cream. So The entire time, my entire life, while I was thinking that my eczema was just getting worse and worse, I was actually already in the beginning stages of topical steroid withdrawal. So the instructions with using steroid creams, shots, or even taking them orally is that you only use them for about 1 to 2 weeks, or until the symptoms are going away, the rash symptoms are going away. But the problem with that is, for most of us, our body immediately latches on and becomes dependent to steroid cream. So while you're thinking you may get some clear skin or it may clear up, but it immediately comes back and you're thinking, oh, it's my eczema, let me apply more. Or you go to the doctor and they just prescribe you a higher dosage of that same steroid cream. So your body's never really fighting for itself, it's just fighting for the next fix. So that's something I wanted to clarify that I feel like I didn't clear up enough in my last video. A good 80% of our health is gut health. So whenever I discovered that I was going to be taking more supplements, like I had mentioned in my last video, I really wanted to make sure that my gut was clean. And I had watched another girl's video about her saying that her eczema was actually a parasite. It was derived from a parasite. Now, while I was cleansing myself from topical steroid withdrawal from using the steroid creams, I wanted to rid myself of the other toxins completely. So what I did was I took a laxative castor oil. I actually have it. Let me go grab it. So I took this laxative castor oil basically to clear the gut and intestine from any possible parasites, any bad bacteria. Now, I will say, it is what it says it is, a laxative, but it's not as bad as you think. I took it once a day with a juice of my choice, and the first day was a little bit rough, but ever since then, it wasn't as bad. I promise you, it's really not as bad. Just to clear out my gut and my intestine now, as I'm still taking apopectin, which does the same, I just wanted to be sure that it wasn't a parasite that was living in me, just to simply detox my body even more from the steroids and whatever maybe that could have been causing the eczema in the first place. So I did do that, and that actually really helped. I was not itching for nearly a day and a half after I had done this castor oil treatment orally. I kid you not, I was not scratching, I was not itching, I felt fine. The itching did come back, but even to this day, it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. So I really think that cleared my gut of whatever it was, whether it be the steroids or just a bad gut biome, or a leaky gut, an off gut. Something else that I wanted to mention as well, speaking of leaky gut, steroid creams or any form of steroids actually is proven to disrupt the gut microbiome, which causes food allergies. Now, something I did not mention, or I did mention in my video, but something that you may not know now is that I still have recent food allergies. And this is something that was crazy because people around me and my family, like family members, or just some of the people that I grew up around who had eczema or other autoimmune problems this way, also complained of developing food allergies as I got older. Someone who's dear to me in my circle, she had the same thing. If anything, but she was just an adult, and she still to this day is experiencing these things while using the steroids. So there's definitely something that I've been wanting to obviously reach out about and talk about, but this is why I feel like it's so important, because it's affecting not just where we're applying steroids, but everywhere else in our bodies. So like I said in my last video, I was gluten intolerant for just about the majority of my life, and my teens is when I noticed I could tolerate it more, and it wasn't something that was like a celiac in my gut where I had a stomach reaction, a digestive reaction, but my skin would flare up if I ate anything with wheat or gluten. And later I developed for about 10 years, so from the age of like 10 to I want to say maybe 20 even, I couldn't eat fish. No form of fish, not shellfish, and I am of Caribbean descent, so that is one of the huge dishes that we eat. So that was a good decade that I missed out on a lot of good food, and so that was pretty sad, but I noticed it had went away. Then in there somewhere, I want to say around the same time when I was 10 or 12, or just maybe even a little bit younger, I noticed I developed an allergy to peanuts. I noticed that I have a very harsh reaction when I eat any form of peanut or cashew. I just start to vomit. I regurgitate it. I immediately, in seconds, the minute I take a bite, I know when it's something's been made with either peanut oil, or there's traces of it, or there's even ingredients of nuts in the food. My body denies, just regurgitates it immediately. And I also had some instances in the past where I had some allergic reactions to pineapple, some anaphylactic reactions and symptoms to pineapple. But long story short, I noticed that I was developing these food allergies, and something just kind of made me think intuitively, I wonder if this has to do with my steroid cream. I wonder if this had to do, because it was going off and on. My family member who was struggling with the same thing was complaining of the same thing, and I watched her take steroid shots nearly her entire life, just for some of the same things that I was doing. I never went there. I never took steroids orally or took the shots. I only applied the creams. But as I'm detoxing, I'm wondering if that's the case. So I still have not found any information linked to this. I saw one Reddit post about it, maybe 2 Reddit posts about it, but still no, I haven't found any other information linked to that, nor will the medical industry admit to this, nor do they care to talk about it. That's another subject. I would not be surprised. And so I was on this search ever since I went to Mexico. I've been craving these pumpkin seeds. I got these pumpkin seeds in Mexico, and they were so good, and I've been craving them ever since. And so I bought some. They weren't exactly the same, but I was like, I just really want pumpkin seeds, right? And they were the raw pumpkin seeds. I wanted the ones that were like salty in the shell. Tú sabes que estoy hablando? In Mexico, they have them in the shell. They're like salted, and it's like perfect. But I got some ones that were outside of the shell. I would just rip it open and I'm eating them, and then I noticed something. I read the back, and the back had said that the ingredient was salt and peanut oil. I immediately started to freak out. I look at my boyfriend and I show him the bag, and he's like, oh my goodness. And I'm thinking, crap, I just ate something with peanut oil. Like, my day's over. My day's over, basically. I'm about to regurgitate it all, and I'm gonna be throwing up for the next 3 to 4 hours. But something crazy happened. Nothing happened for the rest of the day. Nothing happened. And I was hungry. I was really hungry. Like, I promise you, I had nothing in my stomach. Nothing in my stomach at the time. So something should have happened. So I'm thinking that as I'm cleansing this from my body, that maybe I might have gotten rid of my food allergies as well. I hope so, at least. That's something to think about. Food for thought. But yes, I'm getting really better, so much better. I feel better. I've started running again. I've started going out and getting active. I wanted to challenge myself and to see what I could do. I still can't do aquatic things, which kind of saddens me because I love being outside in water during the summer. But I wanted to challenge myself a little bit more. And recently I've started running every morning, pushing myself more. I used to run a lot back then, and now that I have more of an open schedule, flexible schedule, I can finally get back into it. So it's been so much fun and so reviving and rejuvenating to finally get back and physically in my body again, because sitting still and being stagnant and staying indoors for the past 5 to 6 months have been really depressing and really redundant, and I finally get to enjoy nature. And I was really nervous to do this, so I was really nervous to start running too. I was like, I'm gonna sweat, and sweating makes me itch, and then it's just this whole cycle. But even though I was sweating so much, I was able to run with ease, and I didn't scratch at all. And in fact, I think the exercise is actually really helping my skin like a lot. That's something that's so exciting that I'm super duper excited to share, or just be able to do again, is finally get back and being active, getting back to challenging myself with harsher yoga, leveling up the challenges. That's something that's super duper dope, and I'm super duper excited to do it. Something else, some symptoms that I had, I don't know if any of you guys had these symptoms while you had it. In the very beginning stages of my topical steroid withdrawal, my eyes were so puffy. Like, it looked like I had been crying. Like, I woke up and my eyes were really, really puffy. And I had the chills. Like, I was temperature sensitive, and it wasn't even cold. It wasn't even that cold. It was like springtime, like I said, when it all started, and I was getting the chills, or I'd get really, really hot. I think it literally takes you through withdrawal symptoms. And that was something that I had forgotten to mention. The puffiness around the eyes and the chills. I think that was like 2 things that I had left out, but that was something that is long gone. I haven't experienced that in months. I haven't been experiencing any other flares. Again, I really think the black seed oil is what's helping me the most, because when I had ran out of it and I was waiting for it to come in the mail and I was just using everything else, it wasn't as effective. The blend wasn't as effective as when I had black seed oil in it. All natural, all completely natural, everything that I'm using, and it helps greatly. I really, really hope I can help more people out there struggling with this, because again, it's not talked about. People are trying to form online communities of it. People who've taken, even for acne, not necessarily for eczema, but some people have taken some steroids for acne, cystic acne, and psoriasis, all of those things, just to warn people of these things and what they don't alarm you. Even if they tell you, oh, this is how you use it, they're not telling you that the body is creating a level of dependency on it. So just to spread more awareness, this is why I wanted to come on here and talk about it and mention some things, or just re-mention some things that I feel are really, really important for people to know. But yes, I'm getting back in the groove of my life. I'm running again. Maybe by the end of summer, I can dip my toes in some water outside into a natural spring. Hopefully my body can retain the moisture that I'm putting into it. I feel better every day, both in my gut and in my skin. It's all coming full circle, and it's really been a very reflective time for me, being forced to stay still, or even to go within and really deep clean myself, not just physically but emotionally and mentally and spiritually. It's been a really reflective time for me in my life, and it feels really good to finally get back to things. If anything, I'm super duper grateful for this time. I know I had this expectation of, you know, continuing to make content and to just show up regardless, because I consider myself an overachiever, maybe even a workaholic, but it was a huge lesson and a way of the universe just showing me it's okay to be still, it's okay to sit down, it's okay to really heal yourself. And I would rather have put in the time to fully heal myself so I can show up on the platform and be here with you guys and interact with you guys in my most healthiest, best self. I feel like back then, it's not that I was giving content that was inauthentic, but I was pushing through way too much. There was times where I was not feeling too good, or I wasn't in my best state of mind, and I just felt like I just had to show up for whatever that was. It was kind of this a cycle of toxic positivity that regardless of what it is, I really want to show up no matter what. And looking back, I realized it was much better for me to go through this process, through this period of healing, physically, mentally, and emotionally, so that I can come back in my most authentic way and even add more value. Because of all the things that I've learned in this time I took to heal myself in these ways, I feel that I can add more value, not just by creating more videos in Spanish and teaching everyone else, but I can also mention a subject that is also dear to my heart that can also help other individuals. I'm super duper excited to get back on here on a regular basis. This has also inspired me so much to talk about another one of my passions, which is herbalism and doing all things natural. I'm gonna do it both in English and Spanish. Let me know down below what it is that you would like to see on that, but simply just continuing to live my life authentically in Spanglish, I guess, because it's both languages in my life. But I'm really, really excited to come back and make more content just about what I'm doing and the natural remedies that I keep in my life. Yeah, just simply getting back into the flow of things, getting back into my flow state, coming back. I miss you guys so much. Let me guys know down below how you're doing, if you've experienced anything similar. what other things that you guys want to see on this channel. I still plan on showing up here. Again, I just wanted to make this video also in English just because every time I edit and subtitles, I still don't have that you know, Premiere Pro level editing system. It takes a lot of time for me to do subtitles, but I wanted to come on here and just kind of say hello, give more updates on my life, more content I have in store for you guys. I've been filming a lot, I've been documenting a lot, so I have a lot in store. I'm super duper excited to share with you guys. I do have a birthday vlog coming out soon. I just had a birthday, yes. Another year around the sun. I'm in a space of a lot of gratitude right now. There's a lot of change and it's overwhelming at times, but I know that this discomfort is temporary and it just means growth. But so yeah, stick around, stay tuned for more content, especially in Spanish. I'm not done with that. I'm not going anywhere with that. I just want to come on here and say hello to everybody. Just want to check in on you guys, make sure that you guys are doing well. Let me know down below how you guys are doing, if y'all can relate to any certain experience like this, what y'all do to take care of your health naturally, mentally, spiritually, physically, all of it. Don't forget to do that. And thank you so much for joining me in this. This has been a long ride for me, but I am super duper excited to get back to this. Thank you so much for y'all support, and thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm beating myself up more than anyone, and I shouldn't really be apologetic for taking care of myself, but thank you so much for your patience and sticking through with this with me. I really hope this video adds value, and along with my other content that I have on here. But stay tuned, I have so much more for you guys. I'm super duper excited, and thank you so much. Until the next video, bye.